I don't think picking up weights is anything special, but if anything, it gives you the chance to actually have a fucking crack and see if you're actually made of something. It's one of the lowest barriers to entry, I believe, to actually see and test what you're made of. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Road to Greatness, episode 30. And as much as I wanted to make this scripted, I have, not sure if you can see it, but only a series of notes. See if I can just get this clear. Only a series of notes, little pointers that I want to get into. My name is Elijah Citroni, and this year I've been training for 10 years. So I wanted to share unteachable lessons from 10 years of lifting, and I'm going to do that in 10 minutes. So the first one is that progression isn't linear. Initially, you're going to see some serious growth, and that could be in anything that you do. It's new, it's exciting, you're loving it, and before you know it, you run into an obstacle. You realize that, oh shit, I can't get past this weight plateau. I can't beat my time on a run. I can't do this. And you have to be more creative or do more of a deep dive into overcoming these barriers that you're getting into. And that's where I believe the real fun begins. Because it's a demonstration of, it's a demonstration of how much you care. And it's okay if you don't care that much. But it's really cool to see people have to troubleshoot what's going on and find ways to overcome these barriers, because we're going to approach that in life anyway. We're going to have problems when it comes to relationships, we're going to have problems when it comes to work, we're going to have problems in life, you're going to have family problems, whatever the fuck, right? You get my point. Is that it takes us in this setting that is really low barrier to entry, but also relatively safe for the most part, and has us thinking in a way that makes us be more resourceful rather than needing resources. It means that we have to get creative with reaching out to people, learning from others, doing our own research, applying ourselves, and having a go at something that we have an idea might not work, but still trying. And that has been a seriously awesome lesson that I've gotten from lifting. And following that, I talked about needing to, or getting better, is that while you get better, it doesn't get easier. You get better. What you did in year 1 feels like a cakewalk in year 10, but both feel hard because you've gotten better. All right? You compound over time. All right? That goes the same in your career. It goes the same in anything. All right? I am the thing that compounds over time. And so investing in me is what's going to lead to me stepping into being the person that I want and getting the results that I hope to achieve. All right? And the only way that I lose at anything is by quitting. All right, of course, there are some circumstances where you do want to sort of take a few steps back. However, like the goal of training or the goal of lifting is to continue lifting. The goal of being employed is to stay employed. Again, for the most part. The goal of being in business is to stay in business. The goal of being married is to stay married. And if I'm not doing the things that are conducive to that, well, then of course it's going to feel tough. But that's where the fun is being creative and continuously growing. And that's my new war cry. Forever growing. That's my war cry. It's a thing I'm going to fucking put on a shirt, I tell you now. Forever growing. For always getting better in all aspects of my life. And I get to first germinate that thought or, play with that idea in the sandbox of the gym, where there is a very, very low risk of me causing harm to myself. Okay, I believe the stat is like there's 1 injury per 1,000 hours. So let's say I train 6 hours. Let's say I train 10 hours across a week. So what's that leave me with? 100 weeks? Yeah, 100 weeks. So every 2 years I get an injury. That's not too bad. I can tolerate that because it means I get to be creative and have some fun. However, the way to avoid injury is to get myself a guide, and that's sort of lesson number 4. Investing in people that are where I want to be and got there in the similar way that I want to. And what I mean by that is if I want to get jacked, I can walk up to a dude that weighs 120 kilos and did it through taking steroids, or I can ask the dude that's 90 kilos but is completely shredded and is a natural athlete, say, hey man, what did you do? And sure, he will only have most of the part expert opinion, but I can ask him what his thoughts are because, well, he's gotten the results he has. And yes, we can talk about genetics, we can talk about lifestyle, we can talk about all these things. However, that's not to say that what he mentions might not be valuable because everyone has value. Expert opinion is still along the lines of evidence because they've done the damn thing. And that warrants value. So then they may have had to overcome things that I'm currently dealing with. Let's say I've got someone who comes to me and says, hey, like I've had this shoulder issue. So I've dealt with shoulder issues. This is what helped me. And that I've just given them a bit of a guide. And sure, again, there's a lot of misinformation out there and I could be just blabbering junk right now, which is kind of what I'm doing. But I believe that serves value. And there's nothing to say that you can't ask both people, the 130 kilo, all right, geared up meathead and the 90 kilo natural meathead. Both have value because both did things in order to achieve an outcome. And I want to hear about their journey to see what I can apply to mine, to help me overcome obstacles or barriers that I'm dealing with. In this circumstance, for me, I've always had a coach. I've always had someone to help me question some of the things going through my head and to help give me guidance. And I've always found that tremendously valuable, especially in the realm of professional development. And that could be Robin Connie from Rise to Greatness. That could be Mark Buckley from the FMA Strength Institute. That could be the guys from Sports Nutrition Association. All of these people have helped me and guided me along my journey as I become a better athlete, a better coach, and a better person overall. Which is a good way to finish off lesson number 5. Community and environment is everything. All right, as much as I want to change myself, it makes it a lot easier when the thing that I'm surrounded by is conducive to me being that person. Of course, that starts with me, making sure that my environment is set up in a way that's more conducive for that to happen. And a great way for that to occur is to just surround myself initially with those kinds of people. And they are out there, okay? You're looking for someone that you want to learn from and strive to be towards, well, get around those people. Reach out to them. For all you know, you could be 2 contacts away from meeting someone that could change your life. All you have to do is ask. Never be afraid to ask. What's the worst case scenario? You end up back where you are. You're already there. You're already dealing with it. Why not take the risk? And that lesson could not be more reinforced from my first coach to my current coach to Robin Connie to Mark Buckley to the Sports Nutrition Association to where I'm currently employed. I surround myself with people who get it, with people who are heading directionally the same way that I am, because that makes me better. And while physically my environment isn't there yet, it will be very soon. And so I hope you got a lot of value from my 10-minute rant. 30 episodes in. The only way you lose is if you quit. And so I'm super excited to share more of these episodes with you in future. Do take care. Have a wonderful week, team. and I will catch you all next week.